Most men think getting in shape is just about building muscle. It's not. Yeah, it's about building the machine, the body, the engine, the operating system, the man in control of all of it. Because if your body feels like shit, if your energy's flat, if your routine is a mess and you don't respect yourself when you look in the mirror, you're not going to 10x anything. Yeah, and I know this because I've been there. I went from looking nothing like the man that I wanted to be, low energy, day to day, no real structure, no confidence when I looked in the mirror, to building a lean aesthetic physique. Yeah, staying anywhere from 10 to 12% body fat year round, running my day with standards and helping my clients to do the same. So I'm going to break down the exact framework that is going to build the body, that is going to fuel the machine, that is going to install the operating system. And through that, the confidence. Yeah, it will just follow, guys. So let's build the machine first. Okay, the first thing we need to be doing is hitting the weights if we aren't already. But a bit of a mindset shift first here, guys. Yeah, we need to actually start looking at fitness as more than muscle and a six-pack and start looking at it as a lifestyle. So we want to build a lifestyle physique. Yeah, what are we actually looking to build? We don't need to be Arnold. Yeah, we don't need to be some mass bodybuilder. We want just a well-proportioned physique. Yeah, we don't need to be a streak of piss either. We want that movie star look, the V-taper, the athletic, muscles in the right places, not overkill, all right? We want to be staying lean year round, anywhere from that 10 to 12% body fat range. With my clients, what I usually like to do is get them down to a clean canvas, usually around 8 to 10% body fat. Then we, run it up and we stack on that lean tissue year round. That is what it is about, guys. It's about looking like a stud 365 days of the year, all right? Operating like a machine. Yeah, we want to stay lean. Yeah, we don't want to be spilling over that 12% body fat. And again, resistance training, of course, guys, is non-negotiable. We want to be resistance training anywhere from 4 to 5 times a week. Progressive overload, all right? Consistency. Learning to love the process. And through loving the process, the results are just undeniable. And again, the training, it needs to be custom for you, really, like based on where you're at right now. Yeah, with your body. All right, we need the right training volume. We need the right exercises for you. Are you lacking that upper chest thickness? Are you lacking in the cap delts, okay? We need to build out a program for you that's actually going to be sustainable to actually stick to, like minimum 4 days a week. And if you can't say you can't do 4 days, you're lying to yourself. You can definitely fit it in the calendar. Me personally, I like to do 7 days. Yeah, I like to go to the gym 7 days. Of course, I'm not weight training 7 days. I actually get the 5 sessions in, but even on them rest days, I go and I get my cardio and I get my abs done, guys. But again, that exercise selection is gonna vary from person to person. Yeah, now compound lifts are great. However, I am a big fan of machines and cable, like in general, guys. Yeah, I think they're fucking elite. Some of their machines now, guys, better stability, all right, less injury risk, better output, guys, easier to actually take to failure. And that's what we're chasing, guys. Yeah, peak aesthetics. But again, we need a bit of a combo of both. And that's all gonna come down to the program. And again, it's how you're actually executing in them sessions that is going to give you the most time out of the time you're already putting in, and just move your body comp at the fastest pace possible, guys. Okay, now in terms of cardio, when it comes to training, when it comes to building a body, it's non-negotiable, guys. Yeah, I don't care if you're in a muscle building phase right now. I don't care if you're trying to lose body fat right now. We always want to keep cardio in there. Ideally, zone 2 cardio. Yeah, we don't need to be doing anything too mentally taxing on the body. We don't need to be one of these crazy hybrid guys. We want to be cognitively sharp. We want to have the energy days to day. So zone 2 cardio is always going to be good. Bike, stairs, incline, guys. 2 to 3 days a week. All right, non-negotiable. I don't care. Minimum, honestly, it's going to improve your heart health. And again, steps is a non-negotiable habit, guys. It's a big one. All right, it's a big one that people miss. Build movement into your lifestyle. Yeah, and see training and just working on your body as a lifestyle. Now, the next thing we need to be doing is we need to build the engine, guys. Yeah, we need the energy. All right, you need to stop operating at 60% of your potential, guys. You need to get your energy up first. Now, how do we get our energy up? Firstly, nutrition. Okay, it needs to be absolutely dialed, guys. We need to be eating from whole foods at all times. Yeah, the 100-0 rule around here, guys. Like 365 days a year. It's that simple, guys. Yeah, that is going to go along with training the body, guys. We don't eat all this processed shit, guys. We don't want to be slow. We want to be powering through life at 100 miles an hour, just operating at our peak potential. And how is that going to happen, guys? Macros. Yeah, get your macros dialed in. I don't want to hear any of this calories in, calories out BS. Okay, macros, they're going to shift the body comp at the fastest pace possible, guys. Yeah, we're going to gain lean tissue. We're going to be energized throughout the day. Okay, so even meal timing matters, right? It's just as important. This is why the macros are important. You know, even with my clients on the weekly calls, we're always adjusting the macros. Yeah, maybe I'm asking them where they're having their dips throughout the day, where it could be tightened, what could be removed to be optimized, to have them just peak level. Yeah, operating at the highest level, guys, which is what it's about. And what I personally recommend is a meal plan, guys. Okay, like at least 5-6 days a week. Yeah, remove the decision fatigue. Honestly, stop wasting all that mental energy. And you're just confusing your body that way as well, guys. Like, we just want to keep everything consistent. So the trend is, it's just coming down easy, whatever phase we're in, or coming up easy, I should say. Like I say, whatever phase we're in, guys. But hydration as well is very, very important for focus, for performance, guys. We always want to keep hydrated. And again, gut health is a big one that a lot of people miss out. Okay, you know, digestion, guys, it's for your mood, it's for your skin, it's for your body comp. Like, what I recommend, in all honesty, is just finding the foods that suit you and just build it into a repeatable meal structure. Yeah, and just hit it, guys. Hit it on repeat. You get up, you know what you're eating before the day's even begun. Yeah, we're not wasting energy on things that don't matter. And obviously, just good food sources, guys. Eat like a fucking man. Yeah, eat like a man. You know, I've started bringing back in the red meats, the eggs, guys. Yeah, just eating from real quality foods. I'm not going to go too heavy into it, but you know the foods that are going to be, you know, clean fuel, high for your testosterone and just your overall health and energy, guys. But also, what I recommend doing is something that I've done last month is a blood test. Yeah, find out where the deficiencies are, guys. It's actually very, very important for your actual overall energy. So, like I say, I recommend doing that, guys, if you haven't already. But now the next thing, when it comes to recovery, all right, this is going to be a big thing for keeping our energy intact. We want to be having at least 7-8 hours of sleep, sometimes 9. Yeah, non-negotiable, guys. We want stress management. It's crucial, especially when you're in a dieting phase, especially when you're trying to lean out, guys, and it's just going to affect your overall body and how you're actually feeling. Yeah, so we want a consistent wake up time. We want a consistent bedtime, all right? A circadian rhythm. You know, ideally in a cool, dark room. Yeah, no screens before bed, guys. You know, the last hour before bed. I've actually bought a sleep mask recently, and I've noticed a massive difference in that. Just completely, you know, just blocking everything out. I've tried multiple things, guys, for my PM routine. You know, I tried that whole nasal shit where they put that stuff on. I used to be a little bit of a snorer, but honestly, that's not essential. Unless you struggle with like a clogged up nose every morning, then maybe you might want to consider it for a few months. But as well, cutting caffeine, obviously before bedtime, or ideally about 6 hours. Again, caffeine's fucking elite, guys. Don't let the softies tell you otherwise. But we're just prioritizing sleep here. Like I say, people are trying to keep you slow. They're telling you to slow down with the caffeine. I probably drink a little bit too much. But it's just going to come for your performance, guys, for your energy, day to day. I fucking love caffeine. And again, we need to get an AM process. We need a daily process, guys. Yeah, a morning routine. Like, no, we don't need some fancy influencer routine. I'm not copying this off some fancy influencer. Like, it's just going to give you that clarity day to day. In all honesty, waking up early, guys, is a big thing that I highly recommend all my clients. It's actually one of my habits, guys, but it's going to buy back a lot of time. All right, no noise, no checking your phone in the morning. We want that morning movement, maybe stretching, guys, maybe meditation. What I actually do is 10 to 15 minutes of meditation every morning, and you know, visualization, just blocks like that and stuff like that, guys. And I've noted just a massive difference. Yeah, I've noticed a massive difference going into my day. Like how I'm actually going into my day as well. What I like to do is my identity calibration process, which I will get onto when we talk about confidence in a minute. But again, no phones for that first hour of the day. And honestly, I get a lot of questions over on my Insta, like, how do I stop scrolling? And the answer is, like, have a digital detox window. Like, honestly, and just have boundaries, guys, yeah? When you're opening up all these things throughout the day and you're seeing all this negative shit and all these fit girls on your Instagram and just like funny, shitty videos and all this, honestly, all that type of stuff, guys, I'm not joking, it's draining the energy. Like, keep your algorithm clean and clear and just full of good people, positive influence. Even your YouTube, educational videos like this one, all right? Always keep your frequency high. Yeah, we want to be in that state, guys, but recovery is a big one. I think a lot of people miss that out, you know, but even on rest days, obviously still move your body. Like I say, I still go to the gym. Don't be a lazy fuck. Yeah, still get your steps in, still do your cardio, still move your body. Like, if you're tired, it's probably because you're not moving enough. And I'll quickly add, for them guys who get the afternoon crashes, yeah, here's a little tip. The razor frequency workouts. All right, non-negotiable for me, guys, yeah? When you get those afternoon dips, instead of reaching for a coffee, get moving. All right, move the body, guys. Get some press-ups in. Swing a couple dumbbells about. All right, I always keep the dumbbells close by, but it is one of my CC10 daily habits. Again, there's a link below to all 10, and they actually just keep me lean and sharp and just high energy throughout the day. But I don't care where you are. Yeah, if you get a dip in energy, like you could be in Tesco car park, just drop to the floor, start getting the press-ups in, okay? Like, whatever, guys, okay? And I'll also add a few little tips to you guys who are already dialed in on the routine, on the basics, you know, their training, their sleep, all of that, guys. Supplements can make a difference when you've got the basics nailed in. Now, this ain't for the people who have barely fucking nailed anything at the moment. You haven't even got your nutrition dialed in. But again, when it comes to supplements, creatine's a big one. Yeah, creatine is a big one. I think that is probably the most optimal supplement here, guys, in all honesty, out of the whole list. I think, you know, 5 grams a day for strength, for performance, for cognition. And again, electrolytes will probably come behind that, guys. Yeah, for hydration. I like to take my electrolytes first thing in the morning before my coffee. But a couple other sups, I guess, if you wanted to use sups, like I say, they're not necessary. But if you just want that little edge, you know, hydrolyzed whey, if you struggle to get your protein in through real sources, again, we just want to, why I say the hydrolyzed whey, it's just easy digestion. Yeah, we want a good quality source, guys. Don't buy a shitty protein powder, okay? A lot of them have seed oils and just make you bloat and have some fucking crazy ingredients, in all honesty. But like I said, that's usually what I mostly take. And then obviously some sort of fish oil, my vitamin D3 and my vitamin B12. And again, then my PM supplement, which is usually magnesium, ashwagandha, zinc. But yeah, guys, like I say, master the basics first. Master the sleeping, master the training, master the food before you get all this shiny object syndrome all online, okay? Actually master the basics first and you actually will start seeing them effects. But like I say, if anything, just take from that list creatine and electrolytes, guys. Now, the next thing is confidence, guys. Yeah, actually the last thing. Confidence is just a byproduct, okay, of, you know, building the body and fueling the machine properly. Start small, yeah? Start fixing your self-talk. Like, stop calling yourself a fat bastard. Stop saying that you can't do it. You can't get to 10% body fat, all right? What is your internal dialogue like on a daily basis? Have self-awareness of how you're actually talking about yourself and fix it. Yeah, but again, it's not gonna just come from all these affirmations and all this shit, guys. Like, confidence actually comes from action. Yes, you can fake it, you can half fake it there, guys, but you need to act confident, but you also need to back it through actual work. How do we do this? Well, firstly, guys, if you're a scruffy bastard right now, start fixing your look. Yeah, start getting a bit groomed, start getting your hair cut once a week, start taking care of your body by going to the gym daily. Okay, moisturizing, guys. Sunlight. We can't be looking like Caspar the Ghost around here. You know, people will say the sun's bad for you. All of this, guys, like, fuck, like, ignore them. Hey, fucking ignore them, guys. Also, fix your fucking posture. That was a big one for me, guys. You know, I used to be all slanted over, chatting in conversations, guys. Okay, we need good eye contact. We need to just have a bit of presence about us. And we need to dress intentionally. Like, you don't see me wearing these big fancy bold logos. If anything, this is probably the biggest one I ever had. I just like to keep my wardrobe nice and simple. I have literally usually 5 of the same white tees and 5 of the same black tees, and then 5 of white vests, 5 black vests. Yeah, just keep it fucking simple, all right? All these big logos, they look tacky. You look like a twat, yeah? But obviously, this is all gonna come from starting with building the body, guys. Yeah, build the body first, build the presence. All right, like, you can't tell me when you walk in the room and you got that bicep vein pressing through the skin and you got them chiseled abs just outlined in the t-shirt, you don't move differently. Like, you do, guys. Yeah, it's just self-respect. It is confidence that is built, yeah, through just going all fucking in and actually just giving yourself permission to be that guy. And again, competence is gonna build confidence. Yeah, get good at things. Get around better people, people with higher standards. Maybe go to a better gym. That's something I've done. I pay a little bit more. I can't go to a pure gym. I can't go to the gym. I think they're tacky. I think they're full of low standard people, and that's just me being honest. Like, it's fucking full of melts. All right, it's full of melts, guys. Also, develop skills, reading, learning, guys. What would that 10x version of you be doing to take it to the next level? And that's why I come back to my identity calibration process, okay? This is something that I do every morning. Yeah, aligning with the highest version of myself. All my clients get access to this. How is the physique looking? How's his daily standards looking? How is he operating day to day? His energy, guys. Yeah, who are you now and who do you want to become? What is the gap, guys? And just start being that person today. But remember, it's you versus you. Yeah, in this journey, guys. In life, all right? Not just fitness, in life, guys. Stop comparing yourself to this person and that person and blaming your conditions and your past, guys. Like, fuck the past. Yeah, I was a little skinny, fat, anxious bloke, all right? Insecure in my relationship, guys. Got messed around and never taken seriously. Like, fuck the past, guys. Yeah, but also don't fear the future, all right? Just live in the now, live in today. What can you actually be doing today to move your body forward, to raise your energy, to raise your confidence? Maybe you want to go up to that girl that you fancy in the gym. Just do it. Who gives a fuck? All right, don't fear failure, guys. Just go all in on you. You know, I respect a fat man who's actually trying to change more than some bloke who's just sat there accepting his destiny, thinking that he can't do it. Yeah, be on the mission, guys. Okay, protect it at all costs. And like I say, even learn to say no. Even have boundaries to say no. Say no to the things that don't align with you. Like, a big one for me, guys, was all these late nights and alcohol and all this. You know, I used to be a pisshead and all this, guys, and having all these, you know, shagging about with these mingers and all this, guys. It doesn't serve you. Yeah, if it isn't serving that version of you, it's got to go, guys. And people might say you're changing. People might say, oh, why are you being like this and all this, guys? Like, who gives a fuck, all right? You're building yourself into the man that you know you should be. So start today, guys. Start off this video. Start building a system. Yeah, this is the glue. This is what makes it permanent, guys. All right, and sustain it as a lifestyle. Yeah, bring a bit of structure into your day. You know, weekly structure, guys. Have your week planned out ahead. Yeah, I give my clients personally, you know, a 7-day structure blueprint. All right, they know every hour of their day, Monday to Sunday. It's all systemized, based around them. Maybe have better environment design. All right, make the right choices easy for yourself. This is why I come back to you. Who you spend your time with? Yeah, are you hanging around the smokers? Are you hanging around the drinkers? The guys who get on the drugs on the packet every weekend? Okay, even your overall environment right now, like, is it clean while you're sat watching this video? Is your desk clean? Is your room clean? If not, go fucking tidy it, okay? And also, a weekly review, guys, is going to be a big one that I'd recommend implementing as well. Yeah, just going over what works, what didn't, what's next, guys. Yeah, build that trust with yourself, analyze yourself. All right, where are you slipping up? Maybe you need accountability. Maybe you need a coach, guys. Yeah, that could be something thinking about, guys. And this ain't me being biased here. Like, I myself have a coach, but it's just if you really want to get that 10x version of you at the fastest rate possible, I'd honestly consider it. And maybe that's what that 10x version of you would do, guys. But like I say, cut all the vices, clean up your environment. You know, the alcohol, the porn, guys, the draining conversations, anything that is leaking your energy. And you know it deep down, guys. Yeah, in your heart, you know what's got to go. And start stacking habits. Like I say, there's a link below to mind, guys. Yeah, start bringing them in one by one, guys. You know, the early wake ups, the razor frequency workouts, guys. And through repetition, they'll just run on autopilot. Yeah, they'll just be your day-to-day baseline. It'll be your day-to-day standard. And over time, guys, just track your progress. Yeah, look back and see how far you have come. And trust me, you will get to a point where you won't even recognize yourself. All right, not just physically, but mentally. And then you only continue to grow. That's what it's about, guys. Yeah, learning, growing. Just be a lifelong learner. That is what it's about. Like, for me, I only feel like I'm 1% into my journey with my body, with my energy, with my confidence. Yeah, with who I'm actually becoming. And that's what it's about, guys. Yeah, enjoy it, guys. Yeah, the mission of life. So that is the framework. Yeah, build the body. Build the body, guys. All right, fuel the engine, install the operating system, and just become the man you know you need to be. Yeah, the man you respect. So I hope you took some value from this, guys. You can shoot me a message over on Insta, Charlie Crawley Fit. But let's go, guys.